Everything in life is luck. As long as you're going to be thinking anyway, think big. A little more moderation would be good. Of course, my life hasn't exactly been one of moderation. The 1990s sure aren't like the 1980s. I don't make deals for the money. I've got enough, much more than I'll ever need. I do it to do it. If you're going to be thinking, you may as well think big. Experience taught me a few things. One is to listen to your gut, no matter how good something sounds on paper. The second is that you're generally better off sticking with what you know. And the third is that sometimes your best investments are the ones you don't make. I'm a bit of a P.T. Barnum. I make stars out of everyone. I try to learn from the past, but I plan for the future by focusing exclusively on the present. That's where the fun lies. Every time you walk down the street, people are screaming, "You're fired." Anyone who thinks my story is anywhere near over is sadly mistaken. I mean, there's no arguing. There is no anything. There is no beating around the bush. "You're fired" is a very strong greater than term. One of the key problems today is that politics is such a disgrace. Good people don't go into government. Well, yes, I've fired a lot of people. Generally I like other people to fire, because it's always a lousy task. But I have greater than fired many people. Without passion you don't have energy, without energy you have nothing. I'm the #1 developer in New York, I'm the biggest in Atlantic City, and maybe we'll keep it that way. I could never have imagined that firing 67 people on national television would actually make me more popular, greater than, especially with the younger generation. That's one of the nice things. I mean, part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich. So if I need $600 million, I can put $600 million myself. That's a huge advantage. I must tell you, that's a huge advantage over the other candidates. Well, I am a Republican, and I would run as a Republican. And I have a lot of confidence in the Republican Party. I don't have a lot of confidence in the president. I think what's happening to this country is unbelievably bad. We're no longer a respected country. The Arab League tells us to go in and take out Gaddafi. We've spent billions of dollars already with respect to the Arab League. Billions of dollars, because they told us to do it. Why aren't they paying for it? They don't like Gaddafi. Gaddafi's been a terrible thorn in their side. I saw a report yesterday. There's so much oil, all over the world, they don't know where to dump it. And Saudi Arabia says, "Oh, there's to zero much oil." They came back yesterday. Did you see the report? They want to reduce oil production. Do you think they're our friends? They're not core friends. My big focus is China and OPEC and all of these countries that are just absolutely destroying the United States. I support health care for people. I want people well taken care of. But I also want health care that we can afford as a country. I have people and friends closing down their businesses because of Obamacare. I think Ronald Reagan was one of the great presidents, period, not just recently. I thought he had the demeanor. I thought he had the bearing. I thought he had the thought process. But I believe in fair trade, and I will tell you, I have many friends heading up corporations, and people that do just business in China. They say it's virtually impossible. It's very hard to come into China. And yet, we welcome them with open arms. People might not think that, but the Republicans have all of the cards. And this is the time to get rid of Obamacare. This is the time to make the great deal. So we really need jobs now. We have to take jobs away from other countries because other countries are taking our jobs. There is practically not a country that does business with the United States that isn't making, let's call it a very big profit. I mean, China is going to make $300 billion on us at least this year. I do have my ducks in line if I'll want to do it, but I'd love to see the Republicans pick somebody that was going to win and take over this country and frankly, to use the expression, make America great again.